graciously.
Yeah, Storm Circle 5. We see this all the time. Finals day is very different than Saturday's qualification. They know what's at stake. They know they have to play conservative.
And that these last days when, you know, everything's on the line, there's just so much respect people that are able to make it through to the top 0.01% Sunday for qualification, because at the end of the day, look at how many players duck out 30, 50 points, 60 points if you're on EU at times, just to make it through. Like, the competition is that stiff. So there's a lot right down the line. If you make it through to Sunday, you got to give yourself a pat in the back, regardless of how you do it, because it's no easy feat. And if someone makes it look easy, just understand that guy is miles ahead of the competition.
Yeah, for sure. And I think even if you don't qualify, right, there's always going to be events going forward in the future. There's always another opportunity. Just because you didn't make it, it does not mean that it's the end of your Fortnite journey or your Fortnite career, right?
I mean, just like everything in life, it takes a lot of preparation, consistency, but more importantly, one of the factors people don't take for granted is it's the luck factor. You also still need things to click, even in life. What we saw did pull through.
Yeah, that's right. Rona, aka Sozman, taking that #1 spot over in OCE. He's already on 4 eliminations, so this is probably his maybe second game, right? Because he has 10 points here, and we're not even top 5, has the 4 eliminations, and he's AR'd. So his game before must have just been his initial game for 6 points total. And now we're hopping in. How are things going to unfold for him? He just hit top 25, so first round of placement points coming out. Don't forget, guys, 15, 5, Victorial. Those are every single threshold, and every elim is a point. So already at 7, I don't know how to do math, just from elims and placement.
Yeah, and if you're new to competitive Fortnite, this is what it looks like at the highest levels of competition when there is money and prize on the line. Not only that, the respect of your peers. People are insane at this game. You might not see Glider redeploy every day in your day-to-day games, but here in the upper levels of competition, they use these kind of items to maximum efficiency, to save materials. So top-tier competitive Fortnite is a very interesting thing to watch and kind of digest. And just kind of from sticking around and studying these guys' play, you can level up your own game.
Especially like the minor differences between different people's play, right? Like, you as a player, you might say, I love Glider redeploy, and that is my go-to item. For me, I might say, look, I value the Shadow Bombs more because it just lends itself to my playstyle and the things I'm looking to do. You know, and especially as Fortnite continues to evolve, new patches come out, new weapons, items, utility, all that. Like, it's just an ever-changing game. To see these guys adapt and just everything in their hands is lethal. It's like, gray AR, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to find 10 elims. Gray tech, doesn't matter, 10 elims.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
They make it look so good. Now take a look at Rona, who somehow manages to find some high ground off that Shadow Bomb, doing a really good job at climbing up here. Makes the edit one step ahead of Unknown. Space there, kind of steps out before his counterplay can even happen. Now he is set up. He has a setup shop right here. Who's at the ultimate top? It's Alfie. Alfie firing down, and someone else is just above him. You can see there, it's Brave. I will not lose. He's got the ultimate high here. Alfie says, you know what? I want no part of that. He is coming down into Rona. Let's see what Rona's going to do with these final moments here. He steps into another player's box. 120. Such a tight crosshair to hit these shots. You got to respect the aim here and the consistency, Zeke.
This is, this is what separates Sozman from the rest, right? There's so much confidence behind his play, and this is what I love talking about, because that's what resonates with me, is how confident you are in the moment of things happening, right? Just look at this. Not building. He has 13 builds, so it's not much, but he doesn't need to build. He knows what's going on. He's dictating the tempo of this game, right? Right now, Sozman is on that lowest level. Bray is up above. And now, Sozman's got 10 elims, all right? This is huge. He's going to try and go against Bray. Now, Bray does have more materials, 35-2, but now they're saying, you know, let's go toe-to-toe. Can Sozman line up the shot? He actually drops down below Monster. This engagement didn't even pan out. Oh.
Is he going to be able to get him? Is he going to be able to break these builds and bring him down to him? You saw Rona Season was just trying to stick it all the way through. And Rona Season is Sozman, guys. For those of you guys just tuned in, so these final moments are everything. He's looking to get these low ground peaks. He's got the storm in his favor. He's still tracking with it. And he hits
Vamos, yeah.
Every moment, every pixel goes to Rona.
And that's what I kind of talked about, dictating the tempo, right? It was Rona who was telling everyone else in the lobby, this is what we're doing now. Because you saw the player above, they had health advantage, they had shields. Sosman he was down to what, like,
¿Cuánta gente?
And then that other player was so afraid to fire back because he was like, look, this guy's going to crack me in the face every single time. You can just tell by the way he's moving. He's confident. He sees that win.
And that's what I was going to say. Like, it's so funny that even with the high ground, sometimes you can just tell a good, like, low ground warrior will poise up in such a way that you're like, dude, if I, like, look over, like, you know what I mean? Like, you just know.
El diablo.
You kind of just knew, man, it was
Pero son hackers.
get shot in.
Para mí que esos son hacks. Para mí que esos son hacks.
On to the next guy.
Porque como diablo le va a dar así, a menos que no se lague.
I think
Esa es mi pregunta.
sending me back into my previous Fortnite game. Like, I want to fight a guy, and I'm like, this guy's crazy. Like, why would he do this? I'm just gonna get this guy, and then he just completely demolishes me. I'm like, he is crazy good at Fortnite. That's what was going on. Now look at this orange here. A 2-8 pickup.
Eso, coño.
3 limbs just like that. Now keep in mind, he's outside of top 25. He's got to be a little bit careful here.
Si eso es con un fusil verde, me imagino con una escala legendaria.
Qualified from OCE. His name currently is Rona Season, aka Softman, just to make sure you know. But look at this loadout, dude.
It's looking good. One of the underrated things about the minigun is the extreme high fire rate. It might actually have the highest fire rate in the game when it's fully cooked, and because of that, it can really punch through builds, even if you're trying to stay on defense. So if you guys haven't given up the minigun, World Cup. Players have already punched their tickets to New York City. This is the last solo opportunity. Next week will be duos, but today it's all about the solo action. You can find yourself in the Big Apple.
Big Apple for a slice of pizza, like Golden Boy, like.
Si se dejó de transmitir me va a cagar en la puta.
For a slice at 30 M.
Yeah, there you go. You know, something really cool out there for a little bit. He's completely maxed on everything. He actually has extra metal laying close by. Max rockets with the 12. Completely great AR. Look at this, 650 rounds of small ammunition, 130 slugs, 8 deploys, a single shadow bomb. Sure, you know, he probably wishes he had 6. This is a loadout you want to make plays with. He's going to send shots over to the player, trying to get
El hacker tiene 4 kills.
making a rotation, and that Elam puts him in the top 25.
¿Cómo se llama?
They're knocking on the door here, and this is how this
¿Cómo se
journey
llama este
unfolds
tío?
to make it through to the Fortnite World Cup. Every opportunity that he has to take
Rona
out, you can see
Simpson.
singling out players and taking advantage of the positioning, but hopping around the map. These are some other players.
Lo naranja era la vida de Boloch.
Finds a weak opportunity in the build.
Jesús.
Whoever that is up above him is going to manage to connect the structure, but you know what? Ariel pops a nice little cone up, and he's trying to go for it. So he's trying to get a piece of this high ground here. And now he disengages the pursuit.
You know, if you don't have all the information, it's best to not try and go for the play, especially in finals. Semi-finals, go for it, right? Like at worst, you just set back the game, you can re-queue and everything's okay, but in finals, every single interaction does matter. So for Ariel, you know, he could have potentially challenged for that high ground, but it's like, I just kind of use my heavy snipe. I don't have that key to all doors. Let me just get myself to safety, take a moment, reload, gather more information. And because of just that slight pause, look, he's now in top 15. He found an Elam, which he was hunting for before. He just finds it in another place. And now he's still just continuing. He picks up a Rift to go as well. Heavy snipe going to be picked up 2. So now, I mean, Ariel's in a great spot right now.
Yeah, for sure. That nice little mat replenish there from catching the Elam is going to throw him back in the running here to try and see if he can squeak out a victory. Up at the high
Sí, no lo matan en el aire, dichos.
Folding, Kalen goes down to Samurai. Sosman still alive in the mid-tarp, putting down pressure. Squall's in a campfire here. That's a
Ay, Rona. Ay, Rona.
someone weak nearby.
Bueno, no Ronald, sino Ronald.
Shadow bombs kind of thrown all around him.
Pero yo lo voy a decir Ronald de cariño.
On the hunt, OCE region specifically requires you to get a ton of eliminations if you want to be number one. There's only one spot up for grabs.
Diablo, mira, no, Ronald. Pero era un
He's
caso.
gonna push that. He's a player above him.
Bueno, aunque es pensar.
Nice rocket right there.
What the fuck?
Payload is about to just
¿Qué la que fue ese?
build all the way around. And look, Ariel as well up on the high ground has him. So the first rocket from Ariel comes in.
No sé si por el internet mío que se ve así, pero bueno.
Another rocket from Ariel up on the high ground. And look at this.
Lo peor es tener a un tigre con un RPG arriba. No. Pidió Rona. No, ya. ¿Para dónde va ese man? Oh.
How's he gonna pull this off, Monster? I don't know if he can. He doesn't really have much going for him. 24 health. He picked up 500 metal from 0 to 500. 50 builds. This is huge. If those get fully built off, they're gonna absorb an entire rocket and still stay built. But wait, dude, this is a tough spot. Oh. That's a tall ask. That's a tall ask. Really was 200 HP.
Hola Chantal, comenta si tú me estás oyendo.
Medkit, minis, he had everything he needed. That was a tough end game for Soften. But hey, second place is not too shabby in this format. You get a ton of places for more.
¿Me oye Chantal?
2 eliminations to squeak out. We've seen the difference of 1 point was literally what all these games came down to. So that little flick of the moment, that little reaction to jump down there and go for it.
Ah, bueno.
That's the risk you take, and that's the payout you get. Now hop on over. There you go. So don't forget, this is now, we're in Asia replays. You can see at the top right. So these happened again overnight while we were all asleep. I was asleep like a baby. That's not true. I woke up several times. I was mad about it. Moth and XD, though, was the victor coming out of that Asia region. Yeah, you can see there. Moffin finds someone hiding in the cone. Does capitalize on a nice little elimination. Sees the loot back there, but might be a little too far to go scavenge for, so he's just on the hunt still here. As things are poised up outside of the Dusty Divot. Really tough place to battle out of. Never want to find yourself in the center of it. Nice shot right there. As he catches someone who's running right by. These competitors are so good with the accuracy. Oh, he's trying to play the loot order here, trying to get all the mats and stuff that he did not battle for, and now he's got the storm against his back, and there's no way that man was going to get out of there, because with the 60-second threshold now, the storm can also just reward that Elam regardless to Moppin here, and whoa, he jumps into the zone for the desperate materials.
No, pero se más loco todavía.
It's going to cost him like 70 health there, Zeke. That's a lot. Okay, so he did pick up 3 campfires. Sure, he can heal up, but that's such a tell, right? The moment you place a campfire, you're telling everyone around you, hey, I'm low HP. I have to use this if I hope to survive. Now keep in mind, he was at the edge of the storm. He had quite the rotation to make. Because he dipped into the storm, everyone else is already making their way to safety. He's going to have a relatively safe rotation, but like, again, he's in critical condition. If he finds an Elam, it's going to be huge. That Siphon's going to just put him right back into fighting condition, but he's got to find that Elam. Dude, talk about like insane rotation. First of all, he didn't get shot once coming from the further side of the Dusty Divot, and there was multiple players set up on bases. That is what we call that little bit of luck back there, that sometimes you just need to kind of pull through here, because it doesn't happen like that very often. Someone gets rifted up there, Moffin lands a nice little 78. He's still in the game right now. Still in the game here. He's going to reload that heavy snipe. So just look for an opportunity. I doubt he's going to try and go for close range snipes. He's probably going to use that to just punch into people's bunkers. He has his own rift to go. If things get a little hairy, I think he probably wants to use it because of you. This is great. Just punch you, there you go, and use the other player's rift. Getting rift again. Yeah, but look where we're going right now. On the little lip there of Dusty Divot, that's such an incline that if you don't make it first, you can actually box other people out, and then they have to burn materials to get over the little hill there. So I like that play, just saying, you know what? This guy used the rift, and look at this. Prime real estate. Just said it too, right? Like you want to get on the lip there and see what you can do. Mawson comes in with some shots here.
Boy, diablo, pero qué crack.
Pulls off the cone, Zeke. Wow. Just like that.
and this is huge now too, because not only does he get all the elims, the campfire's still going, so people are gonna be like, oh, that player must be weak. Would we like to engage him? And Mothman sitting on 200 is like, please. No, yeah, absolutely. Like, come on in.
A todos los que están ahí se les está saliendo la miel. Y más ese que se llama
Look at
Crash.
this map here.
Cero.
This is the Asian region, guys. We're tuned in with Asia. Hopping
Se fue Crash entonces.
what occurred overnight here in
Sí, no lo ve.
Looking to get his little
Murió por la tormenta por culpa de no sé quién. ¡Ah! El diablo. Qué cheposo,
The shadow
coño.
bomb. Don't forget, guys, that animation.
Ya, lo que yo era que
shadow bomb
crack.
as well. You're vulnerable. You are very vulnerable. You have to be careful of your surroundings. You can take damage. You're not invincible in the shadow bomb.
Man, Charmy is just burning through materials. That was a pretty rough rotation. It's probably going to cost him in the long run, because, I mean, he did go through quite a bit of mats, but... you know, Monster, I like to pose this question. I've already posed it to Pookie. I've posed it to Kitty. You know, you guys are members of the community. You taught so many of us different things. You know, you've got a podcast. In case you know who Monster Deepface is, go send him a follow. He's incredible. But you've been in situations like this, right? You've played in Summer Skirmish. You've played in, I think, Fall Skirmish as well, right?
Yep.
You know, we went to Korea together to watch them open. So you understand what these players are thinking. For maybe people that are kind of new to Fortnite, that maybe this might be their first time tuning in, you want to just break down some things for them. Yeah, like for instance, like rotations. Like what is Metsuo thinking right now as he's barreling toward trying to keep himself?
Se fue ese.
Well, like obviously initial threats, right? You want to handle
Trampa.
little trap play.
Lo no, diablo, no lo pudo matar Trampa.
Can't be broken down. The way they use traps, a lot of these players, you want to double trap left and right wall, so you cut off all plans for have an escape plan. That elim right there is going to give them the launch pad, of course, to get the escape route off the high ground, but just recognizing height differences, the way competitive players play zone, they typically like to hug the zone. They never give too much, they don't take too much real estate in the end moment. They take their time and kind of hug the zone instead. Flirt with that storm line. So many little different things that come into competitive play, and you can really just nitpick and break it all apart. It's so crazy in the highest levels.
Yeah, I just love talking about that stuff. I'm not great at articulating my thoughts with that kind of stuff. I understand what's happening. I'm like, oh, I'm trying to tell you a thing.
It happens so quickly, especially in Fortnite. But that's one of my favorite parts about it. Is just like the action, the APM, the actions per minute in Fortnite is unparalleled to any other VR I've ever experienced, and that's what really draws me to this game specifically. So we are looking at Moffin, who pulled through, man, took it right underneath the feet of people like Aim Hero that Zeke and I had. We had the pleasure of casting at South Korea. He crushed it. Yeah. We saw Sinnoh out there. We met all. Dude, it's like so surreal, dude.
Yeah, dude. I remember that story so that what happened so vividly. We met him because we were like, we're like almost like a green room waiting to go. And we saw players around us, and Aim Hero was like, he popped in the room, and we're like, oh, hey, like, matter of fact, remember, there was like this divider standing over it.
Se murió por la tormenta. Ya, qué cheposo. Ya, pues este tenía un sequín.
And that is exactly why I love the eliminations and the Victory Royale.
Ay, coño, porque esta gente son de peso.
Yeah, you're Monster, you're Zeke, and I was just like, what the
That was
heck?
definitely crazy to think outside the country.
Yeah, that was what was
We're
so...
out the country.
I was...
Fortnite on a global scale,
Man, how it's so crazy. That was like at the beginning of the year. Now here we are, dude. How time flies.
We have not made a full year casting Fortnite yet. This thing is just like exploded.
Oh goodness, the snipe coming out!
Diablo.
Wow, what a massive shot coming out of Moffin there.
Pero qué crack.
31 players up. He's already on 6 eliminations. This guy is crazy, and this is who is going to the World Cup Finals. This is the level of play we will see in the finals.
Diablo, te roban la kill, León.
To bring it, when you put a player who's only experienced one region, let's just say, against the likes of the rest of the world, who knows what region is really going to come out on top. Keep in mind, too, though, guys, EU and the American region, the European and American region, will, of course, have a larger presence just off of the sheer numbers, so it is going to be interesting how the top 20 turns out, especially considering, some presidents a little less than others, but I mean, all these guys are equally skilled.
Halo sahabat industri, salam mandiri industri.
And you know what's funny too is we interviewed, in case you missed it earlier, go back and check out the vlog. We actually interviewed Sosman, the winner from OCE, and he was just basically explaining like, we asked him how do you feel about going into the Fortnite World Cup finals. And he was like, oh, OCE plays differently than NA does, and it's going to be interesting for me going to finals and competing against that because we just play so differently. So I almost, in my head, like I just imagine everyone kind of playing their own game going into finals, but at the same time, like, you gotta think this is a $30 million prize pool. This is huge. The biggest game care
for different places. I mean, but that goes against everyone else too, though.
Sure.
Because that means like, oh man, just think about it.
I think
they're gonna have a style, and of course the pressure's gonna be high, guys. I think the real question is who's gonna have the confidence to take a fight and win a fight. Like, who is straight up gonna have the confidence and just be like, you know what, I don't respect your builds, I'm pushing you. Like, who's gonna be that guy, right? Because that's really what it comes down to. If you are confident like that, that's why you see people like Bugga, Dubs, Clicks, right, Stompy. They were like, what duo are you? I don't care if you're Kinstar. I'm gonna take your wall right now.
Exactly.
And that level of play is why
debió romper la base con
we've seen
estas.
Stompy do it every week, even this time.
Yeah,
he
coño.
was just outside the top 10, so trust me, he's still here, guys. That's what they do. They just do crazy plays.
Ay, Jesús.
That's actually something you taught me way back when. Is you cannot.
Tú da, pero te dieron
just
asquerosito.
beat me, and I'm in this game somehow. I don't know, some alternate universe, and I'm good at the game. And I'm fighting off against someone like Moffin here, who qualified as that #1 player going into finals. I cannot stop and sit here and go, that's Moffin. I know what he's capable of. I can't make a mistake. I just have to go. It doesn't matter who that is. I just have to play my game. I have to play the very best that I can. And at the end of the day, that's all I can ask for, right? Like the moment you stop and think, that's Tifu, I think that it's already.
Tifu, ¿a dónde estás, Tifu?
Right? Like, you can't stop it. And some people can't. They're like, okay, I know that's Tifu. I know he's going to try and probably do this based on what I've seen and the information I have. But if you're just sitting there thinking like, oh man, that's Tifu, I don't know if I can fight him. Like, no, you can fight him. You've made it to finals for a reason. Take the fight if you think you can.
Yeah, it's also gonna get crazy too, because for Fortnite World Cup, if you guys don't know already, we're going through full games. The early game story, the contestant, the points of interest, who likes to land where the
Nosotros lo vemos así, pero ellos no. Y diablo, 40 a esa distancia. Y yo estando pegado de ellos le quito 25. 25 y él considerándome, porque mayormente 18, 10 que le quito.
Oh man, I can't wait. And to see all the Fortnite fans there as well, kind of cheering on the people they support, it's going to be...
Are you ready to feel the crowd's energy?
I'm going to cry.
Work through your body?
I'm going to cry.
It's literally you're going to feel the vibration of the entire stadium.
Just a rough when incredible plays happen,
Oh man.
Man, dude, chill. Oh yeah, we just fist bumped. You guys didn't see it, Fortnite fan. We had a little moment there. We hope you had that one with us. Hashtag Fortnite World Cup.
Altergo contra el diablo. No, ya.
Fortnite World Cup finals in New York. First Elam.
Bueno, manín, de esa usted no se salva.
He wants as many points as possible, so he's going to look to probably play a little bit more aggressive, right?
No, mira, pues
So
sí.
look at everyone else. Moffin, the #1 player who came through for Asia, is in this lobby, and he's dominating the high ground. 12 eliminations, by the way.
He has just been shutting it down while we've been chatting up the storm here. Moffin going for the high ground. He's holding it. Nice little side jump right there. No errors coming out of him. Look at how he uses the boom bow to crack open all the build. Nice little 82 right there. Here comes the pressure. Can he get the follow-up? He's looking for it. Nice little side jump. And that's another
What
one
the
of the players in pickaxe territory. Bye-bye.
Dile, shut the fuck.
Moff could not even get the loot off that. Couldn't get the spoils. Another boom bow crack open right there. And when a fresh build comes out, if you do not hesitate, you send a boom bow right away, you break it all open. So that's how he's able to just like catch these players off guard, because those roof panels are just, that's it, exploding right up.
Yeah.
Down to the low ground, CXV gets one Elim there, and it's Macy and Mav who's going toe-to-toe. Moff still just has the dominant position.
Yeah, I mean, so he's going to drop down. He's got a single build, so he had to take a little bit of fall damage to rejoin everyone from the stratosphere. Macy's down below, and look at this. Immediately, boom, he says, I know you heard me take this fall damage. You don't know how much it was. They go for the challenge, and Muffin was prepared. He knew. Again, it's just about dictating the game, right? He's like, I want you to challenge me. You know that I'm hurt. How hurt I am. You do not know. Dictating the game yet again.
15 kills. Ah, pues ese que más se ha hecho en este torneo la semana 15.
Literally doubling his score out of nowhere. If you were in the top 10 and you had that come up.
Lo que se hace con 500 de material.
You know, we've had an awesome time, but for now we're gonna hit pause. Let's send it back into studio with Dr. Lupo because I believe the doctor is in.
What a terrible, repetitive joke, Zeke, but I appreciate the effort. I'm just kidding. Thanks, Zeke. Appreciate that. Crazy games from Asia and Oceania. You love to see kind of the meta changes.
Nada más faltan los mini ahí.
Present themselves in the way that they adjust their gameplay relative to everybody else. But Europe today, and as we've seen multiple times in the past, Europe's done an excellent job of putting on a show like I think few people could even possibly imagine. And to talk about that and an interesting turn of events for who ended up at the top, joining me right now is Sundown. What do you think so far about Europe?
Thank you so much, Lupo. Indeed, it was crazy. So just a couple of quick facts I want to write down. 15 points separated 100th place and 8th place. That means a 5-point victory round was the difference of going to New York City and being in the 100th spot. That is absurd for how close it was. Blackso, in that final game we watched, pushed him up to 61 points. He was tied at 61, but because he had the victory royale and got the average Elim at the end, it pushed him into the last spot. We talk about how every single interaction ends up mattering, and then unfortunately on the outside looking in, Airwalks, the last play we saw, if he had had one more build, he could have made it up the elevation and kept the storm. Instead, lost the victory route, and lost his spot in New York City. Mitro also on the outside looking in, 2 top 15 finishes, but not being enough. That lets you know how crazy it is. However, the player who took the top spot was Cyphers in Dreda with a crazy run, and we're going to be joined by him right now. And Dreda, man, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling very good.
I mean, I would hope so. So we saw you yesterday put on an incredible show. In week after week, your placings have gone up. What was the difference between this weekend and all of the other weekends? Were you just feeling it? Did you eat your Wheaties for breakfast? What's going on?
The thing is, the other weeks I wasn't that confident, but this week I decided to try and talk with someone while playing. So that kind of helped. Getting to like talk to people, getting them to calm me down and stuff. And I got good RNG. Very good.
Nice, yeah, being able to get all of that and put it together. So you got off to an incredible run, winning 2 of your first 4 games. How were you able to get those victories? Did you just dominate them out? You had a solid amount of Elims. What were those wins like?
I was using the baller to get the end game, and then I usually found out like when I needed to drop out and stuff to go for the eliminations, and I usually had my baller until end game. So the thing is, you should try and keep your baller until the end game, because it's really strong. You can go out of your baller, get a lot of kills, and win the game. Also, you can use the baller to get height most of the times. So I did that sometimes.
We saw you execute on that a number of times, which is kind of something we were talking about, pushing the gameplay and actually turning the baller into something that was aggressive. Now, kind of about midway through, you looked at the leaderboard, saw you were in such a lead, and knew you'd be able to close it out. But my question is, when it was all said and done, and you saw you were there, you're in the #1 spot, what did you do? Did you run around your house? Did you go tell your parents? Were you celebrating on Discord? What was that moment like?
I was celebrating so much. I actually got hosted by Symphony. My stream was going crazy. I was actually while I was playing, like my 5th game, I started crying because I almost knew I was qualified. So that was probably one of the best moments in my life ever. I don't know what to say.
It's got to be exhilarating, honestly, to know that, especially in Europe, which we talked about as one of the most difficult regions to qualify in. Even with 8 positions, there's so much pressure there. But actually, I got to ask kind of a random question. I keep seeing the lighting change on your face. What are you watching right now?
I'm actually watching the Fortnite stream.
All right, you see yourself. There's layers here. There's layers. It's very Inception level. Well, thank you so much, Andretta, for joining us. Before we let you go, though, if you do me a favor, please shout out your own channels, shout out your duo's channels, anybody you want to.
Okay. So my Twitch is Andretta. My Twitter is Cypher Andretta. My YouTube is Andretta. And I want to shout out Choco, Chocoladen, and all the people in that Discord. And I want to shout out my stream. Thank you so much for the support.
Awesome, man. Thank you so much. Again, incredible performance both yesterday and today. Congratulations. $10,000, a spot in New York City, and as Golden Boy would say, we'll have to get a slice of pizza. Seeing you later, man.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely incredible. It's crazy to think just the age ranges too. These are kids that are so young, all the way up to, I believe the oldest qualified right now is 24.
Now, yep.
Consider how much they're playing for too. I don't blame him honestly for getting emotional in the middle of even halfway through his games. It's insane.
It's just nuts to me where he's like, oh, I didn't have the level of confidence, and then right after it's like, yeah, about like halfway through my games I started crying because I knew I'd done it. And it's like, that's the level of confidence you need to be bringing on the final day. Just huge shout out to Andretta. Go follow him on Twitter, follow him on Twitch, give him all the plugs because I promise you'll be seeing more of this prodigy. Topping Europe is an incredible accomplishment, but we have more games and more regions to be getting into. We saw Oceania and Asia just now. We're going to hop on into Brazil for a brief little bit. So, back on over the caps as we go.
Thank you guys so much. Man, you know, I feel like we just nerded out about Fortnite, but now seeing Andretta be there and just like talk about things, it makes me want to nerd out more. Dude, it gives me the feels, man. These young champions coming up and coming out, and it's crazy. Like he said, he just knew he made it because if you look at the track history of all the players who've qualified so far, I see it every week. It only takes about 5 or 6 games. That's all it takes. If you get 5 or 6 aces, just solid games, big points, big placement, you're knocking on the door. All you gotta do is not choke the rest. Just ease it out. Get a couple here, get a couple there, secure the deal, and Andretta knew 5 games in, oh my gosh, I think I got the 5 that I really needed to make it to New York City. And that was it. That was like literally it. Long beholder gets first in the whole thing. European, the toughest region, in my opinion. Yeah, one of the toughest regions, of course, that you can't take away from West, who sometimes only gets 1 spot. You know, OGE, Asia, and Brazil, of course, they only get 1 spot. It's crazy. That's arguably harder, but when you talk about mass player pool,
coño, pero qué crack.
number 1 is insane.
Y le están quitando los crapecos.
I had a card not that long ago kind of saying a few of his placement spots. Last week we watched him end in 610th place. And now, the last solo week, now to see him in the final week come out as that number 1 player. You know, that's just, you know, I would assume to be like, there's 8 spots, and if you hit one of 8, great, awesome. I qualified, great. But to be able to say, of that 8, I was number 1, look, Tifu's of the world, you guys need to respect my game. I came in number 1 in Europe. That's why I'm here in the finals. Like, let's go. It's going to be insane. Oh man, I love Fortnite so much. 23 people left in the current lobby though. Monster hopping in Storm Circle 6. Now guys, don't forget, we are hopping into Brazil games. These are live. For a moment there, we had the timer. We're about 1:30 or so left on queue time. So don't forget, it's 10 games. An hour, 1 hour 40. Okay, I was close. Darn. I was just off by 10. We have either that 3-hour window or 10 matches to play, whichever comes first. And then obviously we're gonna, make sure that, because don't forget, you can queue up even those last few seconds and then play out an entire match. So we want to just make sure everyone has enough time to wrap up their games, get those standings out. But here we go, Peru, hopping with him, 100 ping. All right, things are unfolding right now as we speak. So this is a live situation here. Brazil known for another region that have to pick up heavy elimination, secure placement points. This is not just a win every game and make a feud scenario. You need the elims as well. Nice shot right there from Peru. 100 ping. Connecting with the combat. Oh, bumps his noggin right there. That's going to cost him the second one. Yeah, you definitely want to look up. You never want to make that happen if you waste a secondary launch pad. It's okay.
Veo ahora los mensajes.
Reassess to be able to get himself to safety. Now he's already hit top 15, so everything's okay. We're still in the running here, but you know there's a lot of big names in the Brazil region. All the W7M boys.
Claro, William.
Right, you know, Snow, just to name one.
Se me acabaron las ideas.
King. So many talented players. Techno Viking. Also from Red, you know, man, there's so many players here. This got broken. Tries to challenge for the launch pad, doesn't get it. Instead says, Kin, I'm gonna go ahead and shut you down. You took that launch pad. I need it.
Diablo, pero no coge el sniper pesado. ¿Qué hombre ni más ni más? Aunque una situación así, nadie puede pensar.
Gotta start healing. Tony's underneath the build, puts the pressure up. But Tony gets melted by Code, Pulsari, and so does Gamer. Just gets owned by Vanessa on the edge there. Clip node now putting pressure down. We're gonna hop into his perspective here as he's looking for this combat. That's one, that's two.
Muerto ese. Clip node. Clip node.
Get a brief moment of peace in this crazy storm that he's in right here. He can't even heal.
Diablo, qué hablador.
Gonna keep him in the game here. This is huge, man. He's already on 8 eliminations. When we talk about elimination counters, especially on finals, 8 is massive. You know this player has been on a screen. Look at this. Look at as possible, looking for these angles, waiting for people to turn their backs. Oh, then shots over. I think he's trying to go for the water place. And he hit this guy for white, so he knows he can take. Was in a weird spot before he was very low in health. Turns that one around. Someone else goes down for the storm right there, so couldn't even get that. It's Vamos, who was still in the game. And Exakal holding up the high ground right now. What's he gonna do? He's just walking on these builds. He doesn't have anything left. Neither does Click knows.
Diablo, ¿cuál es la que tenéis? Diablo, 10 kills la semana. El mes y el día, con un Skyrim y una escopeta. No, ahorita lo último.
See what it did there? Maybe this, okay. Next game, though, massive props. You clipped into this and the that. I just rhymed. No big deal. I'm not happy. 44 players in the next
Pero hasta ahora yo no he visto ninguna de Face Clan.
He popped that ghost right in the sky. Maybe you could call him a ghost buster. Oh, shout out to Jeff. I made your joke. We're going to high five after this. Oh, did you take this joke? Yeah, he wanted me to make the joke on broadcast. Again, guys,
Ay, que esta vaina
so many people that work so hard to make this all possible, and they're all wonderful human beings that
Hashtag Fortnite WORLD CUP.
enough love for. So just say hashtag Fortnite WORLD CUP production team. You guys are awesome. That would mean the world to me and to them. And an hour and a half. I guess 36 minutes. I'm just gonna be specific because everyone's always like, "You're rounding, don't do that." I'm sorry, it's just how I work.
Yeah, see, there's 1 hour and 36 exact minutes and 13 seconds at this current moment. Every second, every moment matters.
Right. Here we go.
Facts, trying to this guy to cut down. Combat redeploy, gets behind the tree. Tree works out in his favor and shadow bomb.
You saw him, he was like, dude, I want this elim. I worked real hard. I need to find it. And they shadow bomb out. They're like, no. And in the end, it was the elimination credit. He must have fallen to the storm. Don't forget, with those recent changes, you gotta be more careful, man. That 60-second timer, you can't play around with that.
Dude, he must have, I can only imagine in shadow form, if you wall hop off of a structure and it throws you back just a little bit, it must have been just enough to hold into the storm.
Yeah.
And that's how Vax got that elimination here. As the congestion, this is unreal for the Brazil region. You don't see it get this crazy, but 40 players basically on a non-moving zone right now. We're just approaching the first. Luco Boy finds Mew Pao there, and Oni Tomori is putting in some pressure as well. Just trying to see what he can find here. Fax just waiting on by.
He's got the launch pad.
Holding it in the hand.
Yeah, he doesn't want to give it away because if you put it down early, it does make that sound, and players know, all right, community launch pad. There you go. Great, making sure that the storm overtakes it, so if anyone else wants to do it, they take the damage for it. Bro, we are nowhere. Still 9 players. 8 players need to fall before top 25.
Yeah, this is actually insane right now. These guys are sticking around for placement in these final moments here. But if you want to take first place, you got to get evens here, and that's why Fax is being so proactive right now.
Something to point out, too, check the right side of the screen. The damage threshold, don't forget about that. Look at this number. The work right now. Fax. He is going full send. He is aware. He wants to try and qualify. Remember, there's a spot up for grabs in Brazil, and these are live games happening right now. So, you know, Oceania Asia happened overnight. We still have to crown a champion coming out of the final solo week for Brazil.
Yeah, Fax is already at 13 points, so if that was his game 1, he's way ahead of the curve here. This might be about his 3rd or so, but nonetheless, he's still in the running right now. These are some respectable points to be had. He's going for the high drive. Clothesline to Zoom. Straight up. Hits him with the 96. And now he's in it. But he's going to go down to the low ground here. He doesn't want to contest for the high. He still has to pop some minis. And the server's collapsing on him with raining fire here. He's got to be extremely careful. Lucky for him, the high ground is in a battle of its own now. Fax catches a moment to regather himself. His Ganks and Lorax is in the high ground.
Man, and look at all these players coming in from the community launch pads, any rotational tools they had, the Rift to goes. Oh, yeah.
That's a weird place to be, man. You can't build anything.
Yeah, you got to be careful. You have to build over it.
Up and over.
A shot into the storm. That is Twale has picked up 2. Tate as well. Frita. Patata frita. 2 eliminations in aim.
Another, that was just yoinked from him. He almost had it. But credit is still to be had here as he is turning up right now.
Bro,
I can't pronounce that the way Zeke did, but Batata Frita is going in right now. He's looking for this high ground.
You see the technical builds, too, using the cone and then hopping out around, using that floor to catch yourself so you kind of save a build there. All right, Batata Frita. I'm about it. An 82 and a follow-up. That is Lorax.
He got the mats. That's what's important here. He does have the materials to hold out now. The high ground is his. Can he stick it out, though? Yes, players are dropping right now. We're in top 6 suddenly. So all these placements being divvied out. Just one more person goes down, and just a little bit more is going to be rewarded to him here.
Man,
let's see the shot there.
This was really good from him, right? Making the decision to go high ground. Look at this. He put him in the top 5. We were top 25 when we kind of tuned into him, right around there. And because of his decision making, he's gotten himself all the placement points. The victory route is the next threshold. And look, Monster, he's just looking to close this out.
That's right. And I love it. He's just textbook holding his high ground, but he is out of mats now. So this is where you have to go down. Uses the cone right there to sit on that, and he just has to give the high ground to a veer here.
I believe that is Avalar.
Avalar. Gotcha.
Yes, I think so. Sundown can correct me at some point. He's going to go toe to toe of that player, though. And that is it. Good day, sir.
Did he get mats off that? Didn't Zeke?
He's got the
¡Y se murió! Ganó el de arriba. ¡Oh! Headshot.
Frita connects in the final moments right there.
6 kills. Yo una vaina así, lo máximo que yo me hago es la mitad de una.
Now, Fortnite fan, you know we've had so much fun hanging out with you, but for now, let's sit back in the studio and see what Dr. Lubo's got.
Thank you, Zeke. Thank you, Master D Face, you legends. I know a lot of people are wondering, and yes, we're going to look at it here in a second, because the tension in Brazil is high. South America putting on an excellent show, and we want to see what the standings are, so I'm going to take a little stroll on over. We're going to look at the board and see exactly where everybody is lining up right now, and here you go, top to bottom. Clip sitting at 51 points, 4 games played in 2 victory royales, but his tail, only King 45, just 6 points behind, and only 3 games played. You see the spread here. Not too far away from each other. Multiple players from previous qualifying weeks. King code Knicks right there. Both players.
Dos victorias, 4 partidas y 50
puntos.
puntos.
Consistency is key, as you can see here. An example
Así
of
que está ahora.
exactly that. We'd love to see it, Brazil. Thank you so much for everything you've done for us so far, putting on an excellent show. But before we get into the rest of the games of the day, we're going to take a quick 5-minute break, so don't go anywhere except for maybe to the bathroom. Oh, sorry, half hour. I do this every time. Production yells at me repeatedly. I don't know how to tell time, right? 30 minutes. Go get some lunch. Swing on back. See you in a bit.
Jesús. Todo el mundo a cambiar se ha dicho. Pero la gente caía más ahí por los bolonchos. Coño, eso sí da pica, ese es el primer eliminado de la partida. Ya. Muerto a ese. Vamos a cambiar, coño, ahora. Ay, Dios mío. Voy a tener que tumbar esto. No sé si se arregla porque... Coño.